Overcoming is a show that sees us bringing women together in discussion about a challenge that they are either currently going through or have overcome. Basically, sharing our pain, holding hands, crying together, and healing together, hoping that this will inspire somebody currently going through tough times. Well, let's see what today's episode has in store for us.
My name is Kisahome and I am a young mother. I'm here to share my story on how I lost the father of my child 3 years ago, and I hope that my story is an inspiration to many women out there and also men who have gone through losing their partner and having to raise a child alone. So I want you to know that whatever you go through also you can eventually overcome.
Hi, my name is Kharata Mashaka. I'm a young widow who lost her husband 2 years back in 2016, and I intended to change the story that widows go through, to tell the story that it's not about what you go through, but how you go through it. And I'm here to let widows know that there is a life after losing a life partner.
Hello and welcome to Overcoming, and I believe, as you've already seen, today I'm joined by two incredibly amazing ladies who have both lost their partners as we discuss overcoming the death of a loved one. Hello my ladies, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Please take me back to the day. I believe I don't even need to elaborate on what the day is, but please just take us back to the day.
Okay. I lost my husband 2016, September 16th, and it was unexpected. It started off as a normal day. I woke up, he hadn't been well for some time. I woke up in the morning, I went to work, I had a meeting, and that day I was supposed to be on leave, and I just had a meeting. I just told him, you know what, let me just go attend this meeting, I'm coming back. There was no sign of him really being critical or anything. He was just his normal person who's just been not well for some time. I went to work, I had my meeting, and as I approached my table, just with the intent to pick up my bag and walk out, my phone rang, and it was my maid. She was like, "Hi mama." I was like, "Hi." She was like, "There's a problem here. Dad has just collapsed, and he's not even speaking or anything." And I still remember I tried to run down the stairs. I just lost it altogether there. I don't know, a feeling came over me where I felt it's like I'm losing him or something. And a colleague came running behind me, grabbed my car keys and drove me home. I remember just screaming in the car, and immediately when they approached my gate, I just left that car. It was still moving. I ran into the house. Fortunately, Auntie had pressed the panic button, and the alarm guys, security guys had come in to just aid where they could. And that is when we called the ambulance. It picked him up, unfortunately 3 days after we lost him.
Did you at any point, could you tell that you're going to lose him? Because I remember you mentioned something of that sort. You felt like you were losing him. Did you anticipate within those 3 days that this was the end?
Yeah. I remember walking down the stairs, and I usually tell people I no longer take marriage just as something that just happened. There's this spirituality connected to it. Well, as I was stepping down the stairs and trying to run to the parking to go to my car, and I felt something just rip off me. I'm telling you, I had, and I said, I think months after, I was talking to a colleague, and she's telling me, my mom lost her husband also, and she felt the same thing. Obviously, where you stand, you're hopeful that it's especially with somebody who's never been sick, somebody who's never been critical, and something sudden like that happens. We went to hospital. I was still hopeful. I prayed. I was still hoping that one day he'll walk out of that hospital and we'll carry on life where we left off. Unfortunately, that was it.
So I can tell you're going to a place deep inside of you, a very painful place, as she's talking. Please get us into that day for you.
Right. That day, It was the day after my birthday, the 8th of January in 2016. And normally what my partner and I, because we were not married yet, what we'd do is we would never wish each other happy birthday. We'd wait until we meet. So the whole of the 7th of January, we didn't talk, and I assumed this dude must be planning something. And I got up as usual on the 8th of January and went to work, and I was excited, waiting to see what he had done to surprise me, as it was my birthday the previous day. And my phone rang, and it was his mother. And I was just arriving in the office, putting my bag by the table. And his mother greets me and says, "How am I?" And I says, "Kiting." And she says, and she says, "Gana," because we have a baby. And he says, "Gana never meets generally," because he's the firstborn son from that side. So she says, "Raho general Gana," and I'm thinking, okay, this must be a way to get me to the house. This can't be happening. So I'm just like, okay,
there's something amazing planned.
Even telling me that this nigga something serious, I'm like, nah, it can't happen. And unfortunately, her airtime runs out, and I ring her back, and I'm like, man, in the morning, he had an asthma attack. He was asthmatic, and I know that the last thing that I'd ever tried to play with was his asthma. So when I heard that, I collapsed in the office. I cried until I collapsed. And I don't know what happened to my phone, and my colleague came and she picked the phone, and I don't know how it happened. I woke up 25 minutes later, and my colleague says, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I just said something that I don't believe. I think it's a prank still to get me to the house." Because yesterday was my birthday, and we normally don't talk until the day after. So I think they're trying to get me to the house. And then my colleague calls the mother again and asks her what's wrong, and she says the same thing. And my colleague says, "No, I don't think they're pranking you. I think indeed he's gone." So I still say, no. She's like, "Let me take you." I'm like, "I don't want to go home." And she asked me, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "His house." So my colleague was driving, and I was crying, and the journey to his house was so hard because the only thing I could see was my tears, because I still could not believe it. And the unfortunate part was that the 6th of January, we spent the whole day together. We were at home, he was playing with the baby. He normally comes home for like an hour, but that day he was there for like 5-6 hours. Because his car had a problem at that time. So and that day I just felt like, no, usually but that day I said, "No, Rana, you've been here all day."
Speaking of him having spent, even more time than usual with you the day before, actually one of the 6th, he passed away on the 8th, right? Do you believe, and this is for both of you, like, did you get to experience that somehow when looking back?
Looking back, I would say yes, because it was unusual.
Okay, please just hold that thought right there, and we'll continue right on the other side of the break. Please keep it right there. Catch us right on the other side of this.